It isn't always about the money. I have always believed I wanted a happy life. I've now come to realize I want a joyful life. And while the differences are subtle, I now see this with great clarity. I am a really big fan of starting the year fresh. I often deeply examine what's working well, what isn't, and what I might like to do differently. It isn't always about adding one more thing to my to-do list. It often involves deciding what to remove from the list. It's all in an effort to give my life more balance and meaning, and it's always a question I ask myself. This year, after reflecting, I would say yes without hesitation if you asked me if I thought I was happy. Through countless, and I mean countless conversations with my husband Jim, a certified coach, I learned that the best path to success in life begins with playing to my deepest strengths and passion. And I've learned that you never have to work a day in your life if you genuinely love what you do. And I genuinely love what I do every day. I love to help people take complex financial matters and try to communicate them in a way that we can all understand. I have worked for decades, and I literally mean decades, trying to master this skill. I have found happiness in the fleeting moments after a presentation, conversing with a colleague, or simplifying a concept. And I've come to realize happiness has often come from external experiences, achievements. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but for me, it didn't last very long. Joy, on the other hand, has come from this inner fulfillment, a feeling of gratitude. It's personal. It can be profound and sometimes offers contentment when there is struggle, for sure. We just returned from a trip to India, and what a fantastic adventure we had. We learned, reflected, celebrated, observed. I often asked about the poverty many experienced, and yet the apparent happiness frequently demonstrated. The response was almost always the same. A gentleman I was speaking with in Jaipur said, "We don't sit and cry and say to ourselves, we don't have this or we don't have that. We ask ourselves what we do have. How can we survive with that? That is our secret, not only to happiness, but joy." I needed to reflect on this for a bit because this perspective took my happiness insight to another level. Strengths and passion are critical to success. However, to continue to grow, I needed to take it a step further and really focus on what gives me joy. It is so much more than just loving what you do. When I think about the next few decades, I want them to be more focused on joy, specifically what I do and who I decide to spend my time with. Of course, the natural question is, can your happiness bring you joy? And I believe that it can. I enjoy starting my day with my husband and a great cup of coffee, which he makes, being involved with our grandchildren, and having deep conversations with our adult children. I've been reflecting and clarifying my values and life's purpose in quiet times. A big breakthrough for me was looking closely at the people in my life, family, friends, and acquaintances. You realize quickly that you need to surround yourself with the right people to build a great team that brings you joy. The people who are givers and who have your back and care deeply for you as a person. Equally as important is letting go of relationships that don't serve you well. We all only have so much time and energy, and I really believe we need to use it wisely. I'll go back to this. It isn't right or wrong. It's more about where you choose to place your energy. I'm trying to become very clear on all of my strengths and passion. Be engaged. Understand the difference between happiness and joy. While pursuing happiness is natural, cultivating joy gives life a more profound sense and will sustain us when happiness is only fleeting. And so my journey continues. And I gotta tell you, I'm pretty excited about it.